Hello everyone, this side Priya Bhatia and welcome to my another amazing YouTube video. In this specific video, I will be discussing about freelancing skills with respect to data part. It's been almost 3 years that I am doing freelancing on this specific domain of AI data science, and I'll try to share my own experiences with respect to this aspect. Please try to watch this video till the very end because I'm very sure that you will be able to get a lot of amazing insights, and I have never ever talked on my YouTube channel with respect to this part. So please make sure that you will document your learning. Please make sure you will subscribe to this channel to listen more amazing content which I have already planned for this month. And one announcement before we will start the main session, I have already uploaded the July month exclusive videos for the YT members. This month we dedicate towards interview questions which are very widely asked for machine learning. There I have tried to share the experiences, I have tried to share the thought process of solving the questions. We have tried to solve specifically the problems which are logged for the lead code part, and it will only get unlocked if you will buy the premium part. I already have purchased that, and I have tried to showcase you the problem as well as the thought process and the approach behind solving that particular problem. So please make sure that if you are someone who is interested in preparing for the machine learning interviews, you can go ahead and purchase that membership. You will see that every month I am launching amazing stuff for the exclusive part of YT members, and that will really be helpful for you all. And if you are someone who is really sincere in terms of preparation of ML interviews, I believe these videos will be really helpful for you, right? With this, let's start today's session where we will discuss about freelancing. Before we will deep dive into it, just pause the video and just let me know what is the meaning of freelancing. What do you understand by that? Freelancing simply indicates that, side work which you are doing for your own per se, which basically helps you to increase your financial income, obviously, apart from doing a full-time job. Obviously, there are some, conflicts which can happen. For that, you have to do your own research, and you can think over it that what things you can do apart from your full-time job. And let me tell you, many people usually resign from their job once they attain that, portion of monthly income via freelancing, which they are getting as a full-time, right? So at that moment, you will see that many people, many content creators, you will find that they're leaving their full-time job because they have monthly income which is quite equal or more than their full-time income. So let's try to understand that how these things are happening. And I have seen so many people whenever I met to them that they are just looking for a full-time job, and they don't even know that there are so many opportunities nowadays. We are not in I would say 10 years, 15 years back might be the opportunities are not that much, but in 2024 I think there are so many opportunities if you will look around you. And I always suggest everyone that please don't rely on only one source of income on a monthly basis. Nowadays you can see that companies are firing depending upon their resources needs. So obviously you also have to take care that if let's say any bad thing will happen, what is the second or third source of income which you have in order to sustain your life, right? In order to pay your bills. So I'll talk about few of them, and definitely here I'm sharing my own experiences. It keeps on changing person to person, but let me try to share my thought process and what things I have done from past 3 years which really helped me to achieve a good financial backup. And let me just go through step by step with respect to that part. Now we will try to divide our conversation into 3 aspects. In the first aspect, I'll try to talk about the freelancing landscape. We will talk about the advantages and disadvantages of freelancing. In the second part, I'll talk about what are the important skills required for data freelancers. And in the third part, I'll navigate the journey of freelancing with respect to my own personal experience. So let's try to first of all start the freelancing landscape, right? See, for every particular thing, whatever you do in your life, I would say, there are pros of that and there are cons of that as well. So the good decision is something where you will try to take a calculated risk. You will have a good thought process of advantages also, but disadvantages also. And you will make sure that whatever be the cons that I can see in this picture, I will get rid of them at some point of time. So first of all, let's start talking about what are the advantages of doing freelancing. The very first thing is the flexibility. You want to work from home, you can do that. You want to work from your hometown, you can do that. You want to work from cafe, you can do that. You want to, buy some membership and you want to go in a office, you can do that. It really depends on you how you want to work. That's the number one thing, right? Second important thing is that when we do freelancing, we have the access of diverse projects. And by saying that, for example, because I am belonging to the AI specific background, so I'll talk about that only. Maybe you can relate with the web development background also, or other backgrounds also. So what I'm trying to convey here, that obviously maybe if you are having 2 years or 3 years of experience in one company, you will work with one specific project, one specific domain. But if you are doing a freelancing, you can diversify your projects because you have different clients, the needs are different, the domain is different. And definitely it's a good practice that, you will gain a experience very fastly. Your growth is exponential, right? Because now you are in a position where you're working with the different clients, you understand the different needs, you understand the different domains altogether, right? The last important thing is the financial potential. You won't believe me, but the good thing which I really like about freelancing is that on an hourly basis, we get the payment, right? If I'll tell you that, for an hour, there is a charges which is linked with it in a freelancing job, or if I will try to associate with your time, just pause the video and think over it. What should be the charge you will tell? It really depends on the kind of experience you have. It really depends on the, kind of networking you have. You can charge anything amount from 1K to 10K to 50K to 1 lakh for an hour. So it really depends on your reach, your persona, your networking, your experience, your skill set, right? How you are delivering the product and how much the client is satisfied with your work. It all depends on that. After that, there is no limit, right? This is the advantages part where I have said 3 important points. I hope it is clear. Flexibility. Second thing, I have talked about the diversification of the projects. And third thing which I have talked about is the financial potential. But again, here comes disadvantages for the same. And again, I'll talk about both the aspects and then you can think over it. As the disadvantage, if you're starting your journey of freelancing, you will observe that there will be inconsistent income. Why? Because when we are doing a full-time job, we have a habit that every month, at the end of the month, we will get a fixed salary, right? That somehow curates a stability that, okay, if the salary is less or high, even though the job is toxic or not, even though I'm getting an increment or not, I am staying here because I know that it's a stable job and at the end of the month, I'm getting a salary. And at least in India, I would say 95% people are in the job because of this reason, because they don't want unstable life, they don't want the inconsistency, and that is the main reason. But yeah, freelancing may be challenging, but in 1 month you are getting maybe 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs money, and in another month you won't get anything. That's how the flow will go. That's the main difference. Second important thing is self-discipline. Obviously, you don't have a manager who will pop up again and again and ask you what's the status of your project. You have to be disciplined enough that, okay, these are my deliverables and I have to obviously give to them, otherwise you will not get same clients again. And if the return rate or retention rate is not strong, then you will miss many opportunities, right? Third important thing is the market competition, because nowadays everyone is from a good academia background. It's not that people are not having a good experience. It's not that people are not highly skilled. People are skilled and you will face the competition, and definitely you should have stronger skills as comparable to them to reach out to the best numbers in terms of finances part as well, right? This is the overall idea behind the freelancing landscape. Now, coming towards the next important section of today's video, where I will talk about the important skills required for data freelancers. See, specifically, In the AI specific domain, you will observe nowadays people are shifting towards Gen AI. Many startups are making a lot of funding with respect to this specific era. Apart from this, definitely, if you're starting your journey, you should be good with the Python programming. You can also take R as a language, but I usually prefer R to those specific people who wants to do research in stats or in mathematics specific domain, or who wants to pursue their career of masters or PhD in that specific domain. But if you want to do the projects with respect to data science, Python is a very good language because it contains many frameworks which really helps you to implement the projects. Second interesting thing which you should know is SQL in a lot more detail. Many people usually ask from me that, Priya, is that SQL required for data analyst people, data science people, data engineer people? Definitely a big yes. You can watch my SQL playlist from scratch to the end. I have covered up all the concepts on YouTube for free, where you will see the concepts are starting from very beginner level and going towards a very advanced level, where I have covered up about window functions, common table expressions and everything. Third important skill set is stats, where many people are lagging. I still feel that many people are not aware about the mathematical intuition behind the algorithms. They don't know the stats behind the algorithms. And that is something where many people in the interviews are also lagging, in the projects also they are lagging. Stats plays a very important role, and if someone is saying to you that, we don't care about maths, we just try to import the algorithms from sklearn and we will get our task done, that's the biggest myth, because obviously you don't able to understand the internals behind any algorithm, and if you don't understand that aspect, you will not able to differentiate from other people, which I was talking about in the previous section of market competition, right? Third important aspect is gain a, I would say, niche. For example, when we're talking about data science, there are so many subdomains that we have. For example, we have ML, we have DL, we have NLP. So after some point of time, maybe the good idea would be where you will try to see the concepts of each and every domain and then try to get expertise over one single domain, because obviously you can't get a good expertise over all the domains. So maybe, for example, machine learning, if you are good with the numbers, you know that no one can beat you in that particular aspect. Machine learning is a quite booming domain. Still today, all the banking domains are working with the ML algorithms. For example, XGBoost or Random Forest is quite widely used. Similarly, all the companies where the task is of face recognition or they're dealing with the images, for example, image segmentation in healthcare, they are dealing with specifically DL specific algorithms. And all the companies where the task is to deal with the textual based data, for example, Instagram, Meta, these companies where maybe they are trying to find out the, you can say, sentiment part of a given text, again it's an NLP specific problem. So depending upon what is the interest you have, accordingly you can fix your domain and try to find the good expertise over that specific domain. Now the next important thing which many people usually underestimate is the communication skills, because at the end of the day you have to deal with the clients, right? And you have to talk about your projects in such a way that they will be able to understand your language in a very layman manner. Please make sure that communication skills plays a very important role nowadays, where we have ChatGPT, where we can get the task done, we can get the logics, we can learn the skill set, because the domains will keep on changing, new skills will keep on adding up. But if you don't have a good communication skills, definitely you will miss out so many opportunities in your life, right? The last important thing is continuous learning and adaptation, because nowadays, specifically in data science domain, you all know, right? Things are evolving so fastly. If we won't have a habit of learning on a daily basis, if we are not spending our own time in terms of learning what is happening outside the world by reading the research papers, by referring the good articles, magazines, standard books, definitely you will not able to catch up that pace, and somehow after some point of time you will feel that you are somehow left behind, right? That's the core important skill set which is required for all the data freelancers who are looking out for this kind of a job role. See guys, nowadays don't rely on that okay, meri job full time kab lagegi, right? And then when I start earning, you can start earning when you are in a college itself. I remember my days when I was pursuing my masters in AI from IIT Hyderabad. That was the first time when I started earning, and I was not aware at all the potential of earning at that point of time. But within few months, I got that awareness, and you won't believe me, all the I would say charges, all the payments I made by myself in terms of the fees part every month or every semester in my college, whatever expenses I had with respect to hostel fees, my travel expense, everything I have not even asked from my parents, because that freelancing itself gave me so many opportunities, and I would be able to earn that much, that definitely I build my potential. And after that, though, you know all the story afterwards, that things are going in a very fast pace. And definitely nowadays I have a very good financial backup because of, I would say, freelancing, not from my full-time job, right? Now, the next important part is navigating the freelancing journey. It's a very interesting section where I will try to share my own personal experience. See, for me, teaching plays a very important role. As I told you that from IITH master's journey itself, I started teaching. I have done the collaboration with the great companies, and I started teaching DSA for the very first time with iNeuron. After that, data science also, trainings, corporate trainings, workshops, events, and you know, for every particular thing, obviously I have my charges available, and they pay me, right, for my time part. And these things realized me that the time is so precious, right? I think before you know, teaching part, I don't realize the importance of time that much, which I have today, right? So what you can do when you are starting your journey, for me, as I told you, teaching plays a very important role, and with the teaching I built a lot of corpus. But for you guys, for those people who thinks that, you know, I'm not good with teaching others, what you can do, maybe you can try to you know, work with the clients where you can build the projects. There are so many websites available. For example, like I have mentioned few websites, for example, Upwork, Freelancer, Fiverr, TopTal. So there are many websites that we have. You can maybe explore about that, and you can start building your projects with the clients. One important thing which you can do whenever you will start your first project, right? Just try to deliver it as good as you can, and try to take the testimonials from the clients, so that definitely those clients will come back, and other clients after seeing the testimonials also will come back. And when you're starting your journey, it's one more important tip which I want to share with my experience. In the very initial part, I have seen so many freshers, they just, you know, crib about money, that I want a bigger amount. Just start. Starting is very important. Once you start giving a good deliverables, you can increase your charges, right? But don't rely ki I will get a good handsome money, then only I will start. In the initial part, no one will give you a very good money until and unless you will be having a good name of your college, or your academia, or your professional experience in the industries. No one will pay you, right? You have to first of all showcase your credibility. Then only people will start paying you more. Okay. Now, apart from this, there are many startups with which I have associated with that. For example, consulting and advisory roles are there, for which you can again get the freelance work apart from teaching. In teaching, apart from YouTube videos, apart from creating your own website, you can also try to post your courses on Udemy. Again, it's a part of your passive income. Now, the question you can ask from me that, Priya, it's okay, you told about so many platforms, and maybe we can work with that, but how can we get the first client? You know, how people will get to know that, okay, he or she is interested in that specific thing. See, you have to showcase to the people, and how you can showcase, maybe you can try to build your own personal website, try to be more active on LinkedIn, try to reach out to people, write a cold mails. It really affects, it really impacts. And you know, you won't even believe me that, you know, sometimes when I started my journey initially, I used to connect with the people and ask them that, okay, I'm interested in this specific thing, can I help you out? And when you're reaching out, maybe you can attach your work, past work, so that a client can see that, okay, this is the work she has already done in this specific domain, and definitely if they will find it interesting, they will reach out to you back. But make sure that don't wait that people will come to you in the starting. This will happen, but after some point of time. So that's the whole journey about freelancing. I hope it helps you, and it opens the mindset that, apart from having a full-time job, we can also think about multiple income sources with respect to freelancing. There are so many people, they're earning so much, and on LinkedIn also, when they're writing a post, for writing a single post, they are charging 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. Number is never ending depending upon how many number of followers they have. So just what I want to convey here is that nowadays there are so many opportunities. It's just that we have to see, we have to explore. And once you start your journey, it's not that on second day itself you will get results. It's a long process, but definitely it's worth it. Believe me, it's worth it. With this, I'm signing off. Bye-bye everyone, and I'll see you all in the next upcoming video.